Good afternoon. Hi, it's Marlene, and I'm here with Dixie Quilters. It's the name of my little channel. And it was real fun. I met a friend over the weekend, very unexpectedly, and she watches YouTube. She watches our YouTube channel here. That was a first. That made me laugh out loud with delight. I was even in another state. Anyway, okay, tonight, it's about night, Friday evening. I'm going to show you what I'm working on with Tombstone, and that is the Cotton Cuts block of the month, month 9. We have one more month. So I believe these are the last blocks, and then the next packet that comes will be the finishing kit and directions. So I'm pretty darn excited about it. And let's see. You can see they give us the directions, and they give us the little stacks of these different shapes, all cut up, ready to go. Triangles, squares, different size squares, triangles. I chose the fabrics that were Tim Holtz's eclectic collection, and they look a lot like like a journal entry from the 1880s. This one particularly in the black, it has a lot of mathematics, geometry equations, all in longhand. It's very interesting. It reminds me of my grandmother's handwriting. This appears to be like a spider web. And when we were making the title of this quilt is Tombstone. I think it is anyway. Maybe that's the fabrics. But anyway, it was supposed to be a Western theme. And I just think that these spider webs and these old journal entries looks like coffee stains or aging stains on fabric. It's all cut and printed like that. But it makes me think of, well, we visited quite a few old towns that were thriving in the mid-1800s when they were either mining gold, silver, whatever they mine in the South, West, Arizona, Utah. We were in Utah and Arizona, driving around looking at different little old towns that used to be mining towns. Now they're completely dry, no wells, no people, no nothing, and just what's left has been renovated and brought back to life as a tourist attraction. And this is what this reminds me of, especially all those Louis L'Amour books I read about cowboys and the Old West. So that's why I picked this grouping of fabrics. And then there's another one that I received in the mail here just recently that I'm pretty excited about as well. Let me show you that one. This is the one that came from Keepsake Quilting. And it's the fabrics and the directions for Woolly Whims, the block of the month, block 2. So Woolly Whims is that block of the month that I bought that was really discounted. I was pretty thrilled with it because I think I get this delivered for less than $20 a month. And see, very lovely colors. The blocks are all these big 16.5-inch blocks, so it's going to be quite a nice size. Doesn't say. I told you that what the size was last time. But of course I can't tell right now. Anywho, it's a bed-size quilt. I know that part. And the 4 blocks on the corners are going to look like a lamb. Sort of like an Elizabeth Hartman lamb, only not quite as detailed as her designs. Remember I made the woolly cow, the Highland cow. Remember that one I made? That one, that was not as detailed as the Fab Farm, which I did, which was an Elizabeth Hartman design. And that has very intricate facial pieces, you know, like 15 pieces to a face that really makes the little snout looks like a snout on a pig, you know, or a horse's face looks like a horse. But anyway, these are just more simplified, but they look like lambs, and they're going to be fun. So that came in the mail too. So I'm pretty fun. That's always fun when you get these kind of treasures, you know. I met a lady today on my job that is a quilter, and how did I miss it? I walked through her house and there was like bins and bins of fabric, bins and bins of threads, and it took me a while to catch on. And so we had a lovely little conversation about quilting and design and the local quilt people. That was interesting. I had fun. So as soon as I get done doing this Cotton Cuts block of the month, then I'm going to start on the Woolly Whim block of the month, get that one done. Would you put in the comments, do you want to have a movie that talks about how we do them, or just is a sew along and you sew with me? What do you think? Maybe I will do a separate movie on the Woolly Whim block 2. And then I think we have, I've determined that the pizza box over here is the Christmas figs. I don't think I've worked on that in about, since December. And it's about time I got something done on that one. And I know I tabled that beautiful big paradise. I just sort of got burned out on it, but I'll come back to it eventually. It's such a big project. I can see why a lot of the other YouTube channel people will make smaller quilts. I mean, these big king-size quilts, they take forever. Anyway, enough griping, huh? Hope you had a wonderful week. I think I did. I did some traveling, coming home in the early part of the week, and then I was able to see the grandkids for 2 days, and then worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's okay. It's a good pace for me. I like that. All right, well, I'm going to get to work here and put on some old Agatha Christie and on the TV and put this block together. So we'll catch you next time. And I think when I get ready to do the Woolly Whim, we'll go ahead and film it as a sew along, okay? So you can look for that over the next day or so. All right, have a good one. Good night.